Right, we're here at Forte's Parts Connection with Mike Forte, the owner. Now, Mike, I understand you make transmissions and engines from scratch.
Actually, we build engines from scratch. The transmissions I converted from Fords to GMs back in '93, and I sold tens of thousands over the years.
Now, how long have you been doing this stuff?
Well, I started in 1981, and by 1982 I was direct with Doug Nash Engineering, which was a transmission manufacturer in the States. They built manual 5-speed transmissions, and I sold well over 1,000 of them in my early days. So sold those, clutches, flywheels, bell housings, drive shafts, and related parts. And Doug Nash was absorbed by Richmond Gear. I'm still a dealer for Richmond Gear, still sell those. But Tremec, which is my mainstay today, has been since '93. That's been a big part of my business, huge part of my business.
Now, these days, times are tough, so people keep cars a lot longer. My own car is 10 years old. What are the mistakes, as a person who makes these products and converts them, what are the mistakes that people make with their engines and their transmissions that kill them?
Well, the people that drive normal cars aren't really my business. My business is really about hot rodders, street rods, classic muscle cars, and so forth. So that's really my business today. It's not the daily driver. The guys who drive buy these transmissions, they only drive them like 2, 4, 5,000 miles a year. So. But as for your question, I would say the mistake is to just get in the car and turn the key and fill with gas. If I were to say how to take care of a car, I'd say look at the tires, kick them, see how they feel when they're low. Make sure your windshield's clean, make sure the windshield wipers are in good shape, make sure you change your oil and there's no leaks. You know, just take care of the car, pay attention to it, because when it's got a leak on the ground, it's telling you fix me now before I die on you when you don't want me to.
It is what it is.
Now, as you said, you actually manufacture, you were showing me some of the parts that you manufacture yourself here. How tough is it to be an actual manufacturer in the United States these days? So you hear about all these manufacturing jobs going overseas. Is it tough to be a small manufacturer in the United States today?
Oh, it's nearly impossible. Something that cost me $40 for one piece to make, I could have made overseas for probably $5. And that's where people are making all their money, is having it made overseas. But I see that as treasonous. People, when we send the money overseas, it doesn't come back. We need to keep the dollars in the States, let our people work, keep them working, keep our country solid, you know, so we can pay for things. So instead of exporting our labor, we keep it here. But our government keeps sending jobs overseas by making deals with these trade agreements that make it so there was no incentive for companies who are in business for profit to be done here in the States.
Plus, if you're having something built by you, if there's an issue or a question, they can talk to you specifically instead of wondering about some manufacturer thousands of miles away, too.
That's right. Well, I get all the tech, so when I develop it, so I have to see the need, and I find the solution, and I make the product. So the Chinese, and for the most part, or people in Mexico, people are copying our product. They're just taking something and ripping it off. They don't even know what it does. They don't know when it's upside down or right side up. They don't know how it works, but they can copy it perfectly. I have to actually find the need, develop the part, bring it to market, let people know about it, and then worry about who's going to steal it first.
Now, hot rodding is not something that I'm into myself. How big and how long has hot rodding been something huge, or how big is it actually?
It's pretty big. It's not as big in the East. The East, we've got 7 months of winter basically in people's mind. It rains, it snows, we get salt, we got all kinds of things that tear cars apart. But you go down south, you go out west, Midwest, there's hot rodding's huge. And where we are, 20 miles from the shore right now from the ocean, not the ocean effect, but you don't have any people. It's not like you're in Columbus, Ohio, where you can go north, south, east, and west and see tons of people, or in Indianapolis, or in Kentucky or Tennessee, where there's tons of people. We're right on the coast, so we're very limited, and we're very little amount of racing in the area, whereas you go other places in the country, there's racing all over the place. And racing is a sport, which is a business, which is what keeps people going. This has been my passion since I first watched Grand National racing on television with Bill McKay in the middle 60s.
That's a few years ago.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for having us in your shop today.
I'm glad you could come.